Good. So according to the verse, Jesus said that God is his father, correct?
According to the verse, it does use Abba, yes.
So then that means that according to the verse, Jesus is not a Muslim, correct?
Not really. No. That's not what we say when he says according to the verse.
Can you be a Muslim and say that God is your father?
No Muslim believes that God is a father. No
Good.
Muslim believes that.
Very good. So that means that since Jesus is believing that God is his father, then he's not a Muslim, right?
Oh, I get your point. Yes. From this quote specifically, he wouldn't be. I mean, if this quote is like genuine, and we believe that the Bible is preserved, then this will make it. It will make it seem like he wouldn't be a Muslim. Yes, since he can't bow down.
Hi, welcome back to Religious Insight. On this episode of this debate with GodLogic, GodLogic schools this Muslim, and this is exactly what happened. Let's find out what actually happened in this video.
Yeah, I do believe Jesus was a Muslim. And what do you want me to prove this from your Bible?
Sure.
Great. Well, where do we begin? I mean, do you pray the same way Jesus prayed? Maybe.
I said, yeah.
Do you prostrate your head? I mean, are you an Ethiopian Orthodox?
I don't have to be in order to pray like Jesus.
Do you prostrate your head towards the ground?
Yeah.
You do actually?
Yeah.
So you're an Ethiopian Orthodox?
No, that prostrating your head to the ground doesn't make you an Orthodox.
I mean, what denomination, other than the Ethiopian Orthodox, do that?
All Christians. All Christians.
Okay, now you're just you're being unrealistic.
I'm not.
No, to be honest, brother, I thought you were here for a genuine conversation, but now you're saying all Christians prostrate to the ground like Muslims. Yeah. You know for a fact
Wait, stop! I didn't say like Muslims. I said like Jesus.
Okay. Explain. Maybe I'm getting this misconstrued.
There's nothing. It's simple. We pray like Jesus. Sometimes we prostrate. Sometimes we just raise our eyes to the sky like Jesus did. Sometimes we stand up and just pray like Jesus did. Sometimes we just walk around and pray like Jesus did. Sometimes we prostrate like Jesus did.
Okay, wait. Okay, so you said raise your eye to the sky like Jesus did?
Yeah.
And what verse is this from the Bible?
John 17:1.
Okay, hold on. Could you read it for me?
Sure, I'll get it.
Thank you. And what Bible do you use, by the way, so I can get the same edition?
I usually use the ESV version, but
okay.
It doesn't matter what you use.
I mean, it does matter if we take into account the ESV actually. I mean, they remove some verses of the Bible.
No, it doesn't matter when you're going about manuscripts.
I mean, as I said, they remove some verses of the Bible. I mean, they remove some verses of your Lord. Of course, it doesn't matter, but that's besides the point.
No, it depends on the Quran that you type of read, like because they remove certain verses from the Quran and certain words and things of this nature.
Feel free to tell me that I would leave Islam today if you can show me one Quran that's removed the verse of the Quran. You show me one.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll give you an example later.
Feel free.
Yeah. You're familiar with who Ibn Masud is, right?
Ibn Masud?
Yeah.
His name sounds familiar. Is he an imam?
He's a companion of Muhammad. He's one of the 4 people that Muhammad said you have to learn the Quran from.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
He had a different Quran than what you have today.
Oh, and you're the one that knows this and we don't know this, us Muslims.
Well, most Muslims are not really familiar with their religion, but yeah, I know this. I didn't.
Okay, let us know. Teach us.
I will. I'll show you this after this. So,
okay, great.
This is John chapter 17, verse 1. It says, "When Jesus had spoken these words, he lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, 'Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that the Son may glorify you.'" So he started off his prayer.
Oh, okay,
lifting up his eyes to heaven.
Perfect. I mean, that's perfect. I wanted you to read this since, of course, you're a Trinitarian. Am I correct?
Yeah. What does this have to do with Jesus being a Muslim?
I was going to explain, but you didn't. You seem to always cut whatever I say. I mean, if you just answer this question, I'll explain to you why this proves Jesus is Muslim. Trinitarian means okay. Okay, let me not say you're a Trinitarian. You believe that God Himself is co-substantial, co-eternal, and He's a three-in-one package,
Trinitarian beliefs
right?
have nothing to do with whether or not Jesus is a Muslim. So please go ahead and tell me how this is relevant to Jesus being a Muslim.
Simply due to the fact that if God, from that verse, seemed to have looked up and spoken to the Father, how could that have made sense if He Himself is the Father, as per your thoughts as a Christian?
Not the Trinity. So you're showing that you don't know what the Trinity is. And again, you're trying to desperately go and attack the Trinitarian doctrine instead of proving to me that Jesus is a Muslim. So we're going to stick on the subject here. Do you pray like Jesus? Do you look up your eyes to heaven? Lift up your eyes to heaven?
I actually do. I mean, after my prayers, I do a dua, which is basically...
Muhammad said you can't do that.
I can't do a dua?
You can't lift up your eyes to heaven when you pray. Muhammad said you can't do that.
I promise you, no. I promise you I can do a dua after my prayer. It doesn't matter. I can definitely do a dua after my prayer.
I didn't say that you can't do a dua. I said that Muhammad said you cannot lift your eyes to heaven when you pray. When you give a dua or when you pray, you can't.
Yeah. I think if you're referring to the 5 daily prayers, of course you cannot lift your eyes into the heaven. In your 5 daily prayers, you have khushu', which means you look on the ground. So you focus in your salah.
You lifting your eyes up to the heavens when you pray shows that you're a disbeliever.
No. Let's not misconstrue the verses over here. I mean, one of the verses said that he's prostrated, which is what I do, and one of the verses says that he lifted his eyes, which is also what I do.
Wait. Let's go back to that first one then. He prostrated.
Okay, let's go.
Who did he prostrate to?
Did he? Let me know. Tell me, because I don't remember the exact verse.
Okay, I'll quote the verse for you. It says, "And going a little further, Jesus fell on his face and prayed, saying, Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me, but not my will, let your will be done." So who did he prostrate to?
I mean, based on the Bible, he prostrated to the Father, correct?
Right. So, exactly. So according to this verse, Jesus is prostrating to his Father. Is Allah the Father of Jesus?
Listen, no, we don't believe Allah Azza wa Jalla. We don't believe God is the Father of anyone. God is one. He's eternal. He's not co-eternal. He's eternal.
Very good. So, since Allah is not the Father of anyone, and including Jesus, and according to this verse here, Jesus is prostrating to who he says is his Father, then you don't pray. You don't pray like Jesus according to this verse, right?
No, yeah, that's a great point. I mean, back in the time of Jesus, when you say like the Father, I mean it was common speak, as to say at that time for the population of the Aramaic population, since he was an Aramaic, to say the Father. Whereas if you go to say, for example, I believe Acts 3:13, it says that God, the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, which is our Lord, he glorified his servant Jesus, and we believe as Muslims that he's a servant. So what's the point?
All right, beautiful. So I want you to hold on to that just for a second. Okay.
No worries.
We quoted Acts chapter 3, so we're going to deal with Acts chapter 3. But we'll get there in a second. But with here, you're the one who quoted Matthew 26:39 about Jesus prostrating. So my question is still, because you didn't answer it. Do you pray like Jesus? Because according to that verse, Jesus prayed prostrating to his Father. Do you pray like that?
Yeah, wait, you said it was Matthew what?
Matthew 26:39. That's what you quoted about him prostrating.
Okay, Matthew 26:39. Okay, I mean, other than saying that the term Father basically is the exact same. Yeah.
It's not the exact same, because you can't isolate, he prostrated, so we pray like Jesus. No, you don't. Because praying, it also depends on who you're praying to, right?
I mean, of course it does depend. I mean, it directly depends on who you're praying to. I can't really do my prayers to Jesus as a Muslim. I agree. But
exactly. So
yeah, I agree.
When Jesus is prostrating to the Father and praying to his Father, you as a Muslim, you do not pray like Jesus, right?
Right. Hold on. Let me get somewhere with this. So you do know the Greek word that was used for Father? in that verse, Matthew 26.
Like Paul something, Paul something. I forgot it.
Basically, father, but with a P, right?
Yeah.
Tamam. And how would you have said, like, your genuine father? Like, say, for instance, my dad. How would I have said dad at the time of Jesus?
Same word.
Same word. Perfect. And so, since the word is in Greek, did Jesus speak Greek?
He spoke Aramaic, and so in Aramaic he says Abba. If you want to see where they include the Aramaic of it, go to Mark chapter 14.
Okay, hold on. Mark chapter 14. Okay, you want from verse 1?
Go to verse. I think it's 27.
27.
No.
Okay, Mark.
Nope, it's not 27. Hold on. Jesus foretells period of denial. Okay. Hold on. Oh, here it is. It's 36.
Okay, 36.
If you want the little context, you can read 35 and 36 if you want.
So it says 35, going a little further, he fell to the ground and prayed that if possible, the hour. By the way, this verse doesn't really mention that he prayed to the Father, but that's besides the point. He fell to the ground and prayed that if possible, the hour might pass from him. Abba, Father, he said, everything is possible for you. Take the cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will. Okay, so yeah, I see. Abba is there. Yeah. Abba is there. And Abba is the direct word used for my dad in Aramaic.
Yes.
Or not really Aramaic, but Galilean Aramaic.
Oh yeah, that's Aramaic.
The Galilean Aramaic. Okay, hold on. Now, okay, honestly speaking, reading those two verses right now that you've sent me towards, you honestly see you're saying that this right here is God in the flesh doing this?
Yes.
Okay, so
my beliefs again have nothing to do with whether or not Jesus is a Muslim. We're just.
But you do understand what a Muslim means, right? A Muslim means to believe in one Lord.
No.
If he is God himself, no, yeah, of course. At the time of Jesus, it means to believe in one Lord.
Okay. So now Muslim word changes over time. So
of course it changes over time.
So when you say to believe in the one Lord, is the one Lord a father?
No. It's not the Father. Not the Father. It's to believe in one Lord, believe in one God, believe in one Creator.
Well, Jesus believes in one Lord, and he says the one Lord is his Father.
You keep standing on the fact that it uses the word Father other than God, right? That's what you keep using.
Well, no, because I like the preciseness of who Jesus identifies God to be. God is just a generic term, right? It's idols use this. Idol worshippers use this. They have gods that they serve and worship. Obviously they're fake gods, they're false gods, but this is what they believe. They have these gods, these idols, right? God is just a generic term. Jesus specifically identifies the true God as the Father. That's why I'm hanging on that, and it's an intrinsic contradiction to the Islamic doctrine that Allah is not a father. He's not the father of Jesus. So if Jesus is teaching that God, the God of heaven and earth, is the Father, then he's not a Muslim, right?
Wait, say that one more time. I think you made a good point, but you kind of contradicted yourself. Wait, say that one more time.
If Jesus teaching that God is Father is in direct contradiction to Islam's doctrine that that Allah is not a father. So if Jesus is teaching that God is his Father, then he's not a Muslim, correct?
Not really. If he's using the word the Father, then he's not a Muslim. That's not how it works. Since as I told you again, the word the Father at that time of Jesus, peace be upon him, it was used syntactically within the whole entire region. It was normal to refer to him as the son, since there was other prophets that were referred to as the son.
Very good.
Do you agree with that? Okay.
Wait, hold on a second. How do I say your name? I don't want to butcher it. Is it Benet?
Yeah, it's been
Benet?
yeah, Benet.
Benet. Okay. So look, I'm glad that you said that. You made a good point. Go to chapter 9, verse 30 of the Quran. Remember what you said?
Chapter 9. Chapter 9, verse 30.
Chapter 9, verse 30. You said that back then they used to refer to God as Father colloquially. This is what they understood, and it was normal for them to say that Jesus was the Son of God, and many prophets said the same. Said that they're the Father and they're the sons of God. Now watch what the Quran says about this.
It says, وَقَالَتِ الْيَهُودُ. Okay, wait, hold on. Did you say Ezra is the son of Allah, and the Christians say the Messiah is the son of Allah? That is their statements from their mouth. That is a statement from their mouths. They imitate the sayings of those who disbelieved before them. They imitate the sayings of those who disbelieved before them. Okay. May Allah destroy them how they so deluded. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it.
Get it? So you see how even Allah says in the Quran that back then when they used to do this, they were wrong to do this.
Okay, great. So we agree. Okay, we agree that they used to do this. Okay, fine. I do agree that it's wrong. That's exactly what the Quran is proving. Yes. Okay. We are on the same track now.
So at no point in time was it ever okay to call Allah Father or for Jesus to declare to be the Son of God. It was never okay for that. There's no excuse.
I agree. Yes. I agree. We're under the same track. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That just proves that it's Islam. If we both agree that they used to use the word the Father or the Son to refer that to themselves as the prophets, and Allah here is telling you it is wrong. He's telling you they used to say it before them, but it is wrong. They shouldn't be saying this. So that means we both agree that they used to. That first and foremost, Jesus didn't write the Bible. We both agree that Jesus didn't write the Bible. It was the 40 others.
Well, Muhammad didn't write the Quran either. That's not a point.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. I'm just saying that Jesus didn't write this down.
Benet. The verse says that the people who used to say this back then are disbelievers. So if prophets were saying that they were sons of God, they were disbelievers for saying that.
That's not what the verse says. As the verse says, the disbelievers used to say that regarding the prophets.
Yeah, no.
But it's saying they're imitating those disbelievers is wrong. That's what it says.
Okay, so when it says that they say that the Christians say that the Messiah is the Son of Allah, that is their own saying, their own statement. They are only imitating the disbelievers who came before them.
Precisely, yes, precisely. You're correct.
What does it mean to imitate? To copy, right? Or to repeat, right?
Yes, to repeat or copy, correct.
So they're repeating what disbelievers used to say before them. So back in the day, relative to that time, back in the day, if you're saying that prophets and people used to say that they're sons of God colloquially, and that was just their understanding, that's what they used to do, Allah is saying they're imitating disbelievers.
Correct, yes. Yeah, so you're explaining Islam right now.
So if a prophet was saying that he was the Son of God, he was a disbeliever.
Wait. The prophet wasn't saying I'm the Son of God. The prophet is literally saying. Hold on. Before you cut me off, the prophet is preaching the Gospels, and the people after his death were to write down the Gospels in a different language. By the way, that is where the issue of change in actual ideas of what Jesus is occurred after he passed away. Okay. You guys believe he passed away.
Okay, so let's see if we can come to at least this conclusion then, because I got to wrap this up. That according to
before you wrap up,
please.
Before you wrap up, I didn't say this then, since I didn't assume it was going to be this quick before you.
Yeah, but I gotta say this point, please. Like, don't.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll let you say your point. But you gave a lot of the others more time than me. But that's fair enough. I'm not going to complain.
You came at the end. What are you talking about?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But you keep spurring on the fact of the Father, the Father, the Father.
Yeah,
There's
I'm gonna
numerous
keep
other.
doing it.
There's
So watch
Okay, that's
this.
fine. You can keep doing it. But there's
Yeah,
numerous other.
Benet, Benet,
There's numerous other religions that
Benet,
use the Father. But I just didn't use this.
Benet. I'm gonna say
You're
my
forgetting
point.
that there's. You're forgetting
Benet,
other religions use the
Benet,
same word, the Father,
Benet.
right?
I'm gonna say my point.
That's fine. You can say your
Okay,
point.
so
But
let
I'm
me
just
say my
saying
point.
that you can't lie about.
Now I have to. Why do I have to mute you? What's wrong with you? Like this?
You're lying.
This is going to respect.
Shaivism, Vaishnavism, Hinduism, you all use the Father.
All right, nice. So here we go.
But go ahead.
We have Jesus who says that Allah, or excuse me, that God is his father, correct? According to
Allah, let's go. This is what we like to hear, man. The truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free, my brother.
I bet. So Jesus says that God is his father, according to the verse you quoted about him prostrating, right? So then that means that Jesus is not a Muslim, correct? According to the Quranic standards, he would be a disbeliever according to that
Wait,
verse.
sorry. I didn't hear you. No, he didn't say that he didn't say that he was the Father. The verse Mark 14, 35 and 36 did not claim anything about the Father.
Okay. Go ahead and read it again. Read verse 36.
Of course. I'll read it again. No worries. It says, my soul is... Wait, hold on. My thing froze. Okay. It says 36.
Yeah.
Okay, it says, Abba, he said, everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will.
Abba, Father.
Abba, Father, yes, but it was not written by Jesus. Like I keep saying, it's not written by Jesus.
And the Quran wasn't written by Muhammad. So, according to the verse that you quoted about him prostrating, he said
you seem to make a point and then cut me off.
He said that God is his father, correct?
It says that, quote unquote, he said Abba, which means, apparently to you, it means the Father, which is fine. I'll take that as proof.
Good. So according to the verse, Jesus said that God is his father, correct?
According to the verse, it does use Abba, yes.
So then that means that according to the verse, Jesus is not a Muslim, correct?
Not really. No. That's not what we say when he says according to the verse.
Can you be a Muslim and say that God is your father?
No Muslim believes that God is a father. No Muslim believes that.
Very good. So that means that since Jesus is believing that God is his father, then he's not a Muslim, right?
Oh, I get your point. Yes. From this quote specifically, he wouldn't be. I mean, if this quote is like genuine and we believe that the Bible is preserved, then this will make it. It will make it seem like he wouldn't be a Muslim. Yes, since he can't bow down and say the Father.
Now specifically, Benet, who quoted the verse about who referenced the verse about Jesus prostrating in the Bible, and that proves that he's a Muslim? You or me?
I referenced the act of prostration, which Christians don't do. Yes.
So according to the verse that you referenced, it actually shows that Jesus is not a Muslim, right?
No, that's not what it shows. No, I told you he's prostrating. It's not possible to prostrate
to his father. So again,
you keep saying to his father, but I'm telling you numerous times that
it's not me. It's
the
not
Bible.
Me. Is it me that says that, or is that the verse that says it that you referenced? Is that me or
the Bible? Listen, hold on. I'm telling you that he would have said it in Arabic. Hold on. Before you go on.
Is that me or is it the verse that says that, bro? Just be honest.
Hold on. I'm just saying that you saying your points. I'm not saying that you're saying.
It's not my point.
Of course, you believe what.
Is it me that says it or is it the verse that says it?
Says what?
That Jesus said that God is his father when he prostrated.
The verse itself says it. Yes, I agree.
Very good. So according to the verse that you referenced, it shows that Jesus is not a Muslim, correct?
Yes, I agree. I mean, we never assume that the Bible itself is preserved. I told you this numerous times.
Then why quote it as a proof for Jesus being a Muslim?
Simply due to the fact that he prostrated. I mean, you seemingly completely forgot that he prostrated.
Prostrated to who?
You keep saying prostrated to who? I agree. It says the word the Father, which if you do this as a Muslim now.
So this very
hold on, stop cutting me off. What?
Well, I'm sorry because I gotta be quick with this. So
that's fine. You can be quick.
The very verse that you referenced.
Be quick, but at least let me finish my point.
So the very verse that you referenced shows he's not a Muslim, right?
As I said, yes. Okay, I agree with exactly what you said right now. If we were to take this as a verbatim, then he won't be a Muslim. But
Good.
I'm saying that it was written by scribes, 40 scribes actually, and they wrote it. They wrote it in a language not even spoken by Jesus. They wrote it in in Hebrew, and Jesus spoke Aramaic. Yeah. Furthermore, you said you're gonna say
Last point on that. Did Jesus speak Arabic?
Jesus spoke Aramaic. Let's
Did
say
he speak,
Arabic.
so he didn't speak Arabic?
He spoke Galilean Aramaic.
So it's a no, he did not speak Arabic? That's all I'm asking. Is it yes or no? Did he
Of
speak Arabic
course.
or not?
I mean, when I say Galilean Arabic, everybody should know that it's not the same as Arabic.
No, so it's a no, he did not speak Arabic? That's what I need to
Yes,
hear.
I feel like you're arguing now. Yes, just go on. What's your point?
Okay, he did not speak Arabic. Did Muhammad write the Quran or did scribes write the Quran?
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not write the Quran. He couldn't write the Quran because he's
illiterate.
he's
Okay, boom.
literate.
Got it. Good. So he's illiterate. So he had scribes that wrote the Quran in Arabic. Does the Quran quote words or put words in Jesus' mouth?
Say that again.
Does the Quran have Jesus speaking?
Does the Quran have? Okay, show me the verse because to be honest, I don't know the Quran by heart. I mean, it might.
Okay,
be,
like
it
for
might not,
example,
I'm not sure.
chapter 61, verse 6.
Chapter 61, verse 6. Okay, it says, and mention when Jesus the Son of Man. Yes, it does then.
Okay, so it has Jesus speaking. So Muhammad didn't write this. Some non-inspired scribes wrote this. And Jesus didn't speak Arabic, but it's quoting Jesus in Arabic, right?
This might be the absolute. I'm not going to say. Look, you're using a claim which says I'm saying that when Prophet Muhammad said this out loud, the same time he was said, people were writing this down at the same time, and they were memorizing.
Did Muhammad write it down?
Unfortunately for you, hold on. Unfortunately for you, the Bible started being written after the death of Jesus.
Wait, why can't you answer the question?
I'm telling you, I'm asking the question, but you're cutting off. I'm asking the question.
So
I'm saying for this one, as soon
is it quoting Jesus in Arabic?
Hold on. I'm telling you. This is quoting Jesus in Arabic correctly, and this is due to the fact that this is from God. So God can, of course, quote Jesus in any language.
Oh, it's from God. It's from God. So hold on.
Hold on.
I'm showing you the hypocrisy of your argument.
It's Paul. Okay, it's Paul God.
I got you. I heard what you said. Now,
is Paul your messenger?
I'm showing you how you just butchered yourself.
Is the book is Paul your messenger?
Hold on, please,
Paul the
Benet.
Baptist.
Please, thank you. You tried to argue against the reliability.
Cutting me off. You're being very slimy.
Yeah, you're being very slimy. You can say that all you want. Please mute up, please. So you tried to go against the reliability of the Bible. And
no, I'm saying it was written years after his death. Of course, it's written.
Thank you, my friend. And the Quran was written after Muhammad's death. Thank you so much. So you tried to go against the Bible by saying, against the verse that you referenced as a proof that Jesus is Muslim. Not me. You brought this up. You brought up the very verse where Jesus prostrates to his Father. But then, when you saw that it proves that Jesus is not a Muslim, your reference, you then went to go and say, oh, well, this has been changed because it wasn't written by Jesus. It was written by people who wrote this text in a language Jesus didn't speak. So therefore, it's unreliable. Hold on a second. Muhammad didn't write the Quran. Some scribes wrote the Quran for him. They wrote it in Arabic, and then they have Jesus, they quote Jesus in the Arabic. So according to your own logic, your slimy logic, you cannot trust the Quran on what it says about what Jesus said, because it's not even Muhammad who wrote it, nor is it even written in the language that Jesus spoke. You butchered yourself. Muslims, learn from these guys. Muslims, learn from these dudes who continue to make these terrible arguments that stab themselves. They cut their own selves when they make these arguments. It's terrible.
Hi, welcome back, guys. I believe that was a very fascinating and educating one. Let us know your views in the comment section. Over and over again, through this debate, we have got to find out that the hardest thing to be accepted by a Muslim is the truth. His whole point was refuted, but yet he was hell-bent to hang on to the lies he believes in. It is difficult to change the mind of people who are not willing to change. A 2-year-old child wouldn't believe that Jesus could have been a Muslim imagine the time Jesus was on earth and the time Muhammad existed. That was over a half 1,000 years, but yet they believe Jesus is a Muslim. When Islam came into existence at the time of Muhammad, they are so desperate to loop Jesus into Islam that they are bypassing and overlooking all these things, even if it will implicate Islam and make it look false as it is already. They are so focused on the mode of Jesus' prayer and disregard the content of his prayers. The content of a prayer is far more important than the posture and the mode of prayer. In the content of Jesus' prayer, he calls God his Father, which is against the tenet and the belief of Islam. So there is no way possible for Jesus to be called a Muslim, except you're trying to tell us that you are a Christian and also at the same time a Muslim, because you cannot believe in Jesus and not believe in the content of his prayer, and then at the same time saying that you only believe in the posture of his prayer and not his content. It shows that you are being hypocritical. Also, the way Jesus prostrated is different. He was on the floor till he was done with his prayer, but that of Islam, you have to stand and kneel at interval for your prayer. So how does this stuff still convince them that he is a Muslim is still beyond me, because studying both the posture of how Muslims pray and how Jesus prayed, it is a whole different pattern of prayer. So these two cannot be the same. If you love Jesus that much, then convert to Christianity and you will love him the right way, instead of trying to loop him into the religion that he does not belong. Jesus is bigger than religion. You cannot loop him into religion. Jesus is not a Christian. We are Christian, but Jesus is not a Christian. He is bigger than the entity. He is God himself. So guys, let's know your views in the comment section. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, your family. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Thank you for watching. We would love to see you in our next one.